So our Kenyan senators, looks like the ball is rolling to your court again, because Nairobi is ignoring the old rules. As we speak currently, over 100 MCAs have signed an impeachment motion against Governor Johnson Sakaja, citing bungled wards, missing bursaries and stalled funds. But it's not only that, because in this bold twist, we want to look at the influence of Raila Odinga in this, because he has publicly supported Sakaja and he's currently trying to step in to see if he could try to, pull the MCAs back from proceeding with this impeachment motion. Anyway, before we even proceed, I want you to take 3 seconds of this video to just hit on that subscribe button and also hit on that notification bell so that anytime we do a video, you're able to be notified.
To the Governor of Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja, your actions today do not make you strong. Hurting others does not give you power. It reveals your weakness. It reveals your fear. It reveals your utter lack of respect for the rule of law, and we will not allow fear to win.
On 31st August, more than 70 MCAs appended their signatures to impeach Sakaja. This was actually 12 shy of the 82 signatures that is required to table a motion. And now, waking up on 1st September, the number had increased up to 100, and this, now made sure that they have now the quorum to table a motion to the Speaker of the County Assembly.
Plus Jubilee, 60 plus white. Pande yenu, who took my aggrieved people from my side? You never like 20. Yes. My official. Yes. My official. And that's why now, wale watu kama ni wajanja waambie kama pia leo. It is not us. Mimi hata Kago, mimi nataka ifike hata tu State House. Tuambie mzee pia. Tuambie ukweli. Hatutaki kufanya kazi na wao jamaa.
Sakaja. Sakaja ya umbwa. Wewe.
Unasema siri ni numbers?
Now let's look at the charges that the MCAs have accused Governor Sakaja of. The 20 charges being leveled include failing to release bursaries, not implementing resolution, and ignoring the ward development demands. Because we know wherever we see MCAs aggravating, we always know that there's something they are fighting for, and that is why we want to see, is this another game between MCAs trying to get something out of the governor, or is it genuine that the governor hasn't been working for the people? South B MCA Waidera Chege actually emphasized that they can't wait, the Nairobi residents, because they're representing members of Nairobi. They're saying that the Nairobi residents are suffering while Sakaja remains unresponsive. And she even went further to say that the MCAs, the members of county assemblies, have tried to, reach out to Sakaja, but he hasn't been responding or even receiving their calls. And this is why the members have been so agitated, and they're feeling like they've been left on their own with many questions coming from the people that they lead.
We have had stalled projects where we have not received any answers from the executive. There are so many stalled projects within the wards, and the residents of Nairobi have been asking why those projects have not yet been completed. The members are also saying that the governor is not in touch, completely in touch, both with the ground and with this assembly, the members of this assembly. 3/4 of the members who make calls to the governor, he does not reply or call back to these members. So there's a question of communication between the executive and the assembly, and there is also the issue of his failure to come out on the issue of the broad-based government. The issue of motions, the bills that have been passed before this parliament, before this assembly, he has not taken any implementation step. And we are very cautious on these issues. That's why members came on board and they decided to discuss these things with the speaker.
We have enough signatures. We passed the threshold. In the 5th minute of collection of signatures, we already had the minimum required 42. We want to ensure that we are not going to take the motion with 42. We are going to take the motion with 100 signatures.
We've had an executive that is unresponsive. When you do letters, no response is coming from the executive side. When we allocate budget for bursary, again, the same budget is not realized. When we approve budget for infrastructure, again, the roads are not done. When we allocate money for WDF or WDP, again, contractors are not being paid.
Well, you've heard it from the MCAs, but this is where it even gets more interesting, because Raila's image is back in it. Raila Odinga is reportedly to have convened a very tense meeting at his current home with the assembly leadership. You know, we're talking about the Speaker of the Nairobi County Assembly, Ken Gondi, and Sakaja, to try and smoothen things, you know, about the impeachment motion or rumors that have been going around with the MCAs. But the funny thing is that many MCAs actually came out so quickly to downplay his role, insisting that it is, you know, people's politics. It is the people that have decided that Sakaja is not working and Raila cannot do anything about it. But here's the question. Is this impeachment effort by the MCAs a legitimate demand for accountability? Or is it a political theatric that is going on? We know very well how Kenyans are, and especially the politician, and how they try to hoodwink citizens every time that they want to do something, or every time that they want to fight for their stomachs or for their own benefits. They make it sound that they're fighting for people, but in real sense, they're just trying to fight for some wins that will benefit them alone. Is this a political theater? That is what I'm asking. Or is it an internal dynamics that is, you know, being brought out, especially to fight and to put more pressure on Governor Sakaja? Because the unity across the party line is telling that, you know, Raila's involvement is even making it more interesting and look like it's more of like a local tug of war between who has the influence in Nairobi politics, especially now that we have 2027 quickly approaching. But the fact remains that Sakaja's political survival is always hanging by a thread, and especially looking at Nairobi's context, where we have had no governor has ever, you know, ruled for 2 terms. We've had the likes of Sonko, who didn't even get the opportunity to finish their terms. So Nairobi is always interesting, especially having that it's a very cosmopolitan town in the city of Kenya, you know. So the politics here is a bit very shaky, especially for any governor that comes to power. Will Raila's intervention save Sakaja, or was this just, you know, a PR spin? What I mentioned before, that politicians just like to to WeeKenyans and make drama out of anything so that they can fight for their own benefits. But we all know that Nairobi needs development. But who is actually running the show? Share with me your thoughts in the comment section, telling me about what do you think about Nairobi's governance, and do you think that the options that we have comes 2027 will make any difference? And how should Nairobi governorship be run? Because it's always full of wrangles. That's it for this video. I mean, I want you to tell me in the comment section, what do you think? Is this impeachment really serious, or the MCAs are just trying to play with our minds? But anyway, as it remains, 2027 is quickly approaching, and asking ourselves whether Governor Sakaja will, be able to buy another win for citizens in Nairobi for him to serve second time, and it will actually become the first governor, to have served a 2-term in Nairobi. That's bringing me to the end of this video. I mean, if you found this video impactful, I want you to take 3 seconds of this video to just hit on that subscribe button, and also hit Hit on the notification bar so that anytime I do a video, you are able to be notified. But for now, until next time, it's my time to say goodbye. See you.